Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Murder by Numbers. And joining me is Layla M.
It's been a while since I expected him to say murder by death. It has happened again, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between.
I said murder by numbers.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say murder by
Oh,
death.
okay.
Did I misspeak?
Now I thought you said it has happened again, meaning I said it. I did not.
No, I meant I was expecting it again for some reason.
Okay. Let's see, I don't remember if we already questioned. Yes, we already did. Okay.
Good, I low-key forgot the Aaron voice.
So let's see, I don't think there's anything left for us to do right here.
Detective, we have a new lead.
Well, you gonna tell me about that new lead or what?
We cracked the radio code. It all leads to a frame from one of Aaron's films.
Okay, let's see it.
Sound effects, also known as ASMR.
Let's see.
Does Art Jansen mean anything to you?
I think I saw it in a furniture catalog once.
Hey, since I keep calling things, I'm gonna try and call another thing. That's an anagram for a different name. The first name being Tara.
It's a person. They worked on one of Aaron Kino's films.
That makes me think I'm right. That radio transmission pointed us right to their name. I just don't know why. Any ideas?
No, actually, I can't remember exactly what significance that name has right now. It's been a while since I played this, you know.
I think you're lying to me.
Actually, I'm not. I'm dead serious. I don't remember what Art Jansen means.
Okay, cool. We're both gonna have some fun here.
I'd suggest you head down to the station and see if we have a file on them. If you're lucky, you'll get some answers. Will you radio ahead like before? Even I can't get the LAPD to just hand over file to civilians. You'll have to hack the database.
And you're okay with
No, but you obviously are, so I might as well get used to it.
that? We're freaking heathens.
Yes, we are. Just making sure. Okay.
Okay, the coast looks clear. We need to access the police database and search for the information on Art.
What if someone catches us?
I'll just tell them we're computer technicians. We're here to fix the parallel memory processors.
I'm beginning to think you do not know the first thing about electronics.
I don't.
That is not a real thing.
Yeah, well, they don't know that. Now, come on. We're here to get that file, not take a computing class.
I will be as quick as possible for both our sakes.
I can't help but feel like there was a roast in that. It's the letter T! Now it's not. Now it's... I know they're not supposed to be anything, but... It's a... Squid. Yes, Squid. Squid Game. That's a show I've been warned against watching. I've heard it's really good, but, like, it would freak me out. I think we talked about it last time. I don't remember. Gonna make it. Can he do it? He did it. Hacking complete.
I'm in. Scanning police records for Jansen, Art. Want match found. The file is almost empty. No pictures, no contact details, just the name.
Spooky. It might not even be the right person.
There is one other piece of data, a court record. Mr. Jansen filed a lawsuit 3 years ago against Aaron Kino.
I'm still holding on to that anagram theory. Now we're talking. What was the claim?
Theft of property. It seems the case was settled out of court, but most details have been removed from all records at the request of Aaron's defense attorney.
And we both know who that attorney was. Come on. I want to know what Aaron has to say about all this.
The world has an inning and an out, a top and a bottom, whatever the rest of that line was.
You lied about knowing Art Jansen. We found court records that say he filed a lawsuit against you.
The mind is a difficult thing to grasp. Can you say for sure who and what you know?
There's no point lying to us anymore.
No point. Then I'll be blunt. I had forgotten him. It was not my first day in court. I weather these storms the only way I know how. I rise above them. Violent waves do not disturb the flight of the birds.
Except you didn't rise above it. Ray just made the problem go away.
And I'm sad it came to that. I liked crafts. He had such a strong distaste for life. I found it enviable.
She does have the red eyes of a Danganronpa protagonist. Or character, anyway.
I was gonna say, no, that's the Ahoge. Crafts? Who's Crafts? You said you liked crafts. What did you mean?
A certain style. Monica's the name. After all, what are labels between friends?
What? I called it!
Label, style, Monica, moniker. Honor, I get it. Crafts is a nickname.
Very good. Maybe you'll solve this after all.
I get it. Arts and crafts. Painful.
He was a talented props master. If it didn't exist, he could make it. That's a kind of magic, don't you think?
I feel like anyone can do that, at least figuratively. I'm gonna have one more look through that Rolodex.
But you said Arndt Jansen isn't in there.
Maybe not under that name, but if I look under C... Aha! There is a card for crafts! And it has a telephone number. I hope it's still in use. Hi, is that Art Jansen? I'm calling about Aaron Kino. Wait, don't hang up! I'm a detective, and I need your help. Well, he took a little convincing, but once he heard I'm building a case against Aaron, he was happy to help.
So, what did he say?
After filming wrapped on the elm of Scotswood, a bunch of props went missing. They blamed Art at first. It nearly ended his career. But then he caught Aaron leaving the set with a box full of stuff. He couldn't believe it. She was just going to let him take the blame.
That would explain the lawsuit. Props used in filming can fetch a high price on the black market.
Except they were never sold. Ray paid Art to withdraw the case, and no one ever found out what Aaron did with the missing props. which, by the way, included 200 clay skulls.
Clay skulls, like the ones we found.
Exactly, which means we have a direct link between Aaron Kino and those diamonds.
Let's go tell Detective Cross.
I forgot about the diamonds. Good news! We managed to contact Art Jansen. Apparently Art didn't mean Tara after all. Remember those clay skulls? Aaron stole them.
Which means she almost certainly knew what they were being used for. Speaking of which, I've just got off the radio with headquarters. They found the buyer for those diamonds.
You found the diamond buyer? You said they found the buyer for the diamonds.
Remember that GPS you found? You thought it might have been Mal's escape route.
Neither of us can speak tonight.
No, we can't.
Yeah, I guess we were wrong about that.
Well, I asked headquarters to check out those coordinates anyway. They found a boat waiting there. Coast Guard had to chase him halfway around Santa Catalina, but they caught him eventually. Turns out the captain had a warrant out for their arrest.
Let me guess. Smuggling?
Exactly. And get this, they were the ones transmitting that coded radio signal. So they were trying to make contact with the anemone. Seems like this whole damn boat party was just a cover-up for a diamond deal. Let's go find Erin. She can't talk her way out of this one.
Honor, have we arrived at the climax of your story? You're wearing an expression of certainty. Or is it an expression of vacancy?
And you're certainly about to be wearing a pair of handcuffs.
Have you cracked the case at last? Oh, I would very much like to hear your conclusion.
You're smuggling diamonds. Using the clay skulls you stole from Art Jansen.
Fascinating theory. But I know nothing about diamonds. Who would I sell them to?
Black market smugglers. The Coast Guard found them right where the Anemone's GPS indicated. You organized this whole boat party just to have a reason to head out there.
There were many people at the party. Any one of them could have arranged these smugglers.
No. They were transmitting a code word that only you would recognize as important. Elm.
Part of the title of one of your films, which we found a copy of right here on the boat.
And when we examined that film, we found Art Jansen's name, circled. The same Art Jansen who you stole the skulls from. It's all connected.
Oh, convenient. Done very well. But there's still one more question, Honor. Why? Look around you. I have more money than I need. Why would I smuggle diamonds?
A cat can have a comfortable home and all the food it could ever want, but it will still hunt birds.
Exquisite! I was beginning to think we would never understand each other.
I don't understand.
The domestic cat does not need to kill. Yes, it does. It is simply its nature.
Erin, don't say another word. I forgot what voice I used for this guy.
Don't worry, so did I.
Give it up, Ray. It's over. Give up? I haven't even started yet.
I swear, if he's about to blow up the boat.
Aaron Kino, you're under arrest.
Thank you, Detective.
Oh!
This is false arrest. I'll have you hung up to dry for this.
She's super okay with this because she wants the experience of going to jail for one of her movies.
Experience, maybe not, but she definitely wants the headlines. You're all talk, Kino. She's going away for good this time.
She's crazy and I love her.
I am 1,000 frayed threads, finally bound. Yet I feel a great release.
Not touching that one. You're going to be released, all right. I'm going to fight these charges, and we're going to win, just like always. Whatever you say. Come with me, Aaron. As Aaron Kino's legal representative, I demand to know the charges.
I feel like this is going to lead into us figuring out she's innocent.
Do you hear me? Well, she may be innocent of the murder, but that's not what she's getting arrested for.
True.
What happened to due process?
I don't know what that is.
Due process? Basically the rules that have to be followed before you can detain people.
Ah.
Hell, we don't have a whole lot of options to go to.
Yeah. Two. How varied.
We can't go back to the apartment.
Uh-huh. How's the prisoner?
In a cell for now. Weird thing is, she almost seemed happy.
You just noticed? I know what you mean. It was almost like she wanted to get arrested. Have you met her?
Perhaps she's doing research for her next script.
Same brain cell, my son. Or however you choose to identify. It won't do her much good if Ray gets the charges dismissed.
After she confessed? Not likely. But I guarantee he'll find a way to get the sentence reduced. She'll be out in a year or two.
Almost makes me wonder if it was worth all that effort.
This is what it's like to be a real detective. Even when you win, sometimes you still lose. But don't be too hard on yourself. This will be the first time anyone's ever got a charge to actually stick to a Kino.
Thanks. But we're not done yet. What about Lori and Mal? We still don't know what happened to them.
Agreed. We've got a lot of loose ends to tie up. Jeez, can you believe we originally Senior moment.
Senior Mom!
We originally went out there for information on Frank Pritchell?
Now that the diamond smuggling is sorted, we can get back to it. Is Ray still around? I might try asking a few more questions.
Rather you than me.
You. Friggin'
What do
swashbuckling knockoff.
you want?
We still have a few loose ends, and I want answers. Why did you smuggle the diamonds? Did you really think you and Aaron would get away with this?
Nothing has been proven in a court of law.
I can almost understand Erin's motivation. She does things just to see what it's like. But you went along with it all.
I'll do whatever I have to. Erin isn't like you or me. She needs guidance. She needs to be protected.
Was Lori involved in all this? If Lori Becker was mixed up in all this, you might as well tell us now, because we will find out. I forgot that the victim's name was Lori Becker. A lot of things have been happening.
I honestly have no idea what happened to her.
How far would you go for Erin? You seemed pretty angry that Erin was arrested. But how far would you go to defend her?
What are you getting at?
You told Mal to stay away from the hold, presumably because you knew it was full of illegal cargo. But then he found out anyway.
Did you attack Mal Cruz because he knew too much? I object. That's a leading question. There's nothing to support that claim.
Your shtick is annoying, Ray. Shut up. How about Mal himself? As soon as he's able to talk, we'll know exactly what happened. It's no good. I can't get anything useful out of Ray. He's denying everything.
Maybe not for long. An officer from Port Authority was just here. They found the missing lifeboat, and there was something inside.
I just noticed Detective Cross has a scar on his nose.
Yep.
We've been doing this for like 30 episodes and more. And it took me until whatever episode this is, in the double digits near the end, to notice that.
43? 44? Somewhere in there?
Yeah. A bear. Look for the bear. Necessities. The simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Or maybe just an actual bear that just broke into the police department somehow.
There was a story about a moose that broke into a place.
There is a horse loose in a hospital.
And the worst days are where you hear nothing about the horse at all because you just are in fear of what it did.
I want to say it's the flag in the background.
See, I know exactly what it is, and it's really hard to make out. I mean, if
Another
I
human
stare at it
heart.
long enough, I can figure out what it was, but,
We have 2 running gags involving these puzzles. It better not be either of those things.
you are in luck because it is not.
Yay.
Okay, which one did I add in there that I should not have? Ah. There.
A knife? A
It's a
pistol.
gun!
We have a gun. Yeah, Scout holding a gun would have the same effect as Ralsei. So it works out.
And with that revelation, it is time to call it a video.
Yay!
When we return, we see what's up with the gun we just discovered. So until then, take care, everyone.
Pew pew!